Hi everyone, this is Candy from Susan's family. Today I'd like to introduce you all to a new design, the WildSpring vest from Retro Years series. This product is divided into motifs, corner triangles, straps, cuffs edging and overall edging. This product comes in multiple sizes, and the crocheting method is almost identical. The only differences lie in the number of stitches, rounds or rows. These variations will be explained separately. Let's start with the motifs. Use the magic ring method to begin. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. You'll need to change colors midway. Note that the first motif is fully crocheted, while the rest of the motifs require working and joining simultaneously. A variety of stitch techniques are used. All of them are introduced in the pattern chart. I won't list them all here. Please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method next. Let's start by learning the motifs. I'll use cotton yarn for this demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Start with a magic ring. Then work the first round. Make 2 chain stitches. These 2 chains don't count as one stitch. Work 5 half double crochets into the magic ring loop. After completing, tighten the yarn loop. Finally, join with a slip stitch to the first half double crochet stitch. Pull tight. Then break the yarn. The first round is now done. Continue with the second round. First, join the yarn on the stitch where you just made the slip stitch. Make 2 chain stitches. Work 2 incomplete double crochets in the joining spot. Weave in as you go to hide the yarn tail. After completing, yarn over. Pull through all loops at once. This is equivalent to making a special bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. Then work 3 chains. Now return to the same insertion position. Work 1 DC3 bobble. First, work 3 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over. Pull the yarn through all loops at once. The DC3 bobble is now complete. For the rest of this round, always work into the adjacent half double crochet stitch on the left side. Make 2 DC3 bobbles in each of these stitches. Chain 3 between them. Everyone can follow this method. Complete this round. Then you can hide all the yarn tails. After finishing, join with a slip stitch in this stitch. Tighten it. Fasten off normally. The second round is now complete. Continue to the third round. Join yarn in the space on the right side of the starting position. Work 1 chain. The starting chain for the single crochet doesn't count as one stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the joining spot. Then work 5 double crochets in the hole on the left. For the rest of this round, work 1 single crochet between each set of bobble stitches. Then work 5 double crochets in the hole. Complete this round. After finishing, join with a slip stitch and fasten off the yarn. Continue to the fourth round. First, attach the yarn in the gap on the left side of the starting single crochet. Then work 6 chain stitches. Slip stitch into the gap on the right side of the single crochet. Note: the solid oval represents a slip stitch that is not pulled tight. 1 chain stitch, left side gap, slip stitch. Continue by working slip stitches into the gaps on both sides of each single crochet, and work 1 chain stitch in between, then crochet 6 chain stitches. Complete this round all the way down. At the ending, slip stitch at the joining position. Like this, the 4th round is completed. Continue with the 5th round. First, slip stitch in the hole on the left side, bring the yarn to the hole position. Then make 2 chain stitches. Crochet 3 double crochets into the hole. After completion, crochet 1 treble crochet, yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. Treble crochet is complete. Continue with 2 more treble crochets. After completion, crochet 1 picket of 3 chain stitches, hereafter referred to as picket stitch. First, work 3 chains. Then pick up the front half stitch of the previous stitch. That is this single strand of yarn, and the adjacent strand on the left, slip stitch. Picket stitch is complete. Continue by crocheting 3 treble crochets in this space. Then 3 double crochets and 1 half double crochet. After completing, slip stitch into the smaller hole on the left. Chain 3. Slip stitch again in the same position. For the rest of this round, always work in these larger spaces by crocheting 1/2 double crochet, 3 treble crochets, and then 1 picket stitch. Continue with symmetrical stitches on the other side. When you encounter a small hole like this, slip stitch into it, chain 3, slip stitch again. Follow this pattern to finish the round. Finally, slip stitch into the beginning chain, and fasten off the yarn. You can pick up the 2 threads from above if needed. Round 5 is now complete. Continue with the 6th round. First, locate the 3rd double crochet from the start. Insert the hook behind the 2 threads of this double crochet stitch. Join the yarn. Then work 3 chains. Next, at the back of this picket stitch, roughly pick up the 2 threads below and slip stitch. Chain 3. Skip these 3 treble crochets. At the back of this double crochet, pick up the 2 threads below the stitch and slip stitch. Then, alternately work 1 double crochet and 1 chain into this hole. Work a total of 5 double crochets. For the rest of this round, every time near a treble crochet, at the back of the double crochet, and at the back of the picket stitch, pick up 2 threads and slip stitch. In between, work 3 chains. Every time you encounter a hole like this, work double crochets and chains. Refer to the chart. Finish this round. After completing it, slip stitch at the joining place, and fasten off the yarn. After completing round 6, continue with round 7. Join the yarn at the hole on the left side. Work 1 chain. In this round, work into these 2 holes like this, with 1 single crochet in each hole. Work 2 chains in between. Then, in the hole between the double crochets, work 3 double crochets first. Work 3 treble crochets in the hole on the left side. Add 1 picket stitch. Work symmetrically in the hole on the right side. We'll consider the completed section as one cluster. Finish this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch, and fasten off the yarn. After completing round 7, follow the chart dimensions to measure the size of your fabric piece. Check the size of your crocheted piece. If there's a significant difference, it's recommended to adjust your tension, or switch to a different hook size and recrochet. Continue with round 8. Join yarn in the hole between the single crochets. Work 2 chains. Then, work 1 double crochet. Consider the part already worked as a special DC2 bobble stitch. Move on to work 2 chain stitches. Then, in the same hole, work 1 DC2 bobble stitch. That is, start with 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over, and pull the yarn through all loops at once. The DC2 puff bobble stitch is done. Work 2 more chains. In the same position, work another DC2 bobble stitch, followed by 2 chains. Continue behind each double crochet that is close to the treble crochet. Pick up 2 loops and slip stitch them together. Work 8 chain stitches in between. In such a chain space, work 3 DC2 bobble stitches. Work 2 chains on both sides of each puff stitch. Complete this round all the way down, and join with a slip stitch at the starting position, then fasten off the yarn. Move on to round 9. Attach the yarn in the hole adjacent to the right of the starting position. Then crochet the corresponding stitches in these 4 chain spaces. After completing, behind the treble crochets on both sides of the picket stitch from round 7. Slip stitch by picking up 2 loops respectively. Work 1 chain stitch in the middle. Note: place the chains from round 8 to the back. For the rest of this round, you will need to crochet the matching stitches in these 4 large spaces each time. Then slip stitch on both sides of the treble crochets near the picket stitch. Work 1 chain stitch in the middle. Continue by following the chart. Complete this round of crochet. After finishing, slip stitch and fasten off the yarn. Next, let's learn round 10. Locate the top corner position on the left side of the beginning chain. Join the yarn from behind the second double crochet next to the treble crochet on the left. Pick up 1-2 loops to join the yarn. First, make 4 chain stitches as a transition. Skip 3 stitches. Pick up 1-2 loops behind the 4th stitch, and work 1 slip stitch. Continue with 4 chain stitches as a transition. Work 1 slip stitch in the chain space of round 9 on the left side. Then, crochet the symmetrical stitch pattern on the right side of the slip stitch. After completing 4 chains, skip 3 stitches and work 1 slip stitch. Next, crochet 4 chain stitches for the transition. Rotate the fabric piece. Work 1 slip stitch from behind the 3rd stitch to the left of the picket stitch. From the first chain stitch to the current stitch pattern. Consider it as one sequence. Then, repeat this sequence. Refer to the chart and finish this round. For convenience in crocheting the next round, the last slip stitch is worked into the first chain space on the left side. Don't cut the yarn at the end. That's how you complete round 10. Continue with round 11. Make 3 chains as a beginning chain. This counts as 1 double crochet. Then, work 2 double crochets into the next chain space below. Then, make 1 chain for transition. This round involves crocheting corresponding stitches into the chain spaces of the previous round. Pay attention as some sections require double crochets, while others require half double crochets or treble crochets. When referring to the chart for your crocheting, make sure you don't crochet the wrong stitches. Finally, join with a slip stitch. Cut the yarn. This completes the 11th round. Now let's move on to the 12th round. Join the yarn in the chain space where the previous round ends. This round also involves crocheting into the chain spaces of the previous round. As you crochet, pay attention to the changes in stitch patterns. Make sure you don't make any mistakes. After completing this round, the small motif is finished at this point. Simply fasten off and weave in the ends. For the larger motif, you need to crochet one more round. Don't cut the yarn at the end. When working on the last round of the larger motif, you need to carry the yarn first. Stretch the loop. Then pass the fabric through the loop. Slightly tighten it. This secures the yarn tail. Directly hook the yarn out from the chain space of the previous round's end. Draw the yarn through. Then crochet the corresponding stitches based on the pattern chart. Finally, cut and weave in the yarn ends. That concludes the tutorial for the larger motif. This finishes the explanation of the first motif. Next, we'll discuss how to connect the motifs. Everyone, start crocheting the second motif according to the chart. The first 9 rounds are worked using the same method as the first motif. For the remaining rounds, pay attention to the joining position. The rest of the crochet technique is identical. Follow the chart and continue crocheting all the way to the second to last round. I will demonstrate the joining method using the larger motif. For other sizes, you can watch the demonstration first, then proceed with the connection. Now let's work the final round. This round needs to be connected to the first motif. Start by carrying the yarn across. Then draw the yarn through at the corresponding position. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. Crochet 2 double crochets in the same space. After completing, make 1 chain. Since we need to connect it to the first motif, take out the first motif. Find the 4th hole on the right side of the beginning chain. Before making the chain, enlarge the loop. Remove the crochet hook. Pass the hook through the 4th hole. Go through from top to bottom. The top of the beginning chain should face downward. Then insert the hook into the loop. Adjust the loop size. Draw the yarn through. Make 1 chain. Now it's connected. And the chain is also completed. Continue in the left chain space of the second motif. Crochet 3 double crochets. After completing, enlarge the loop, remove the hook. Insert the hook from above through the chain space on the right motif. Then pass it through the enlarged loop. Draw the yarn through. Crochet 1 chain. This completes the connection and finishes the chain. This completes the second connection. Continue connecting using this method. And remember to refer to the chart while crocheting corresponding stitches. Keep connecting until you reach the next corner position. You need to crochet 3 chains here. After completing it, now let's connect at the corner position. My sample stitch is based on the large size as an example. For other sizes, refer to the pattern chart for crocheting. Now we've reached the corner position. This is where you crochet 3 chains before. A connection is needed here. Start by crocheting 1 chain. Then take out your crochet hook. Insert the hook from the right side of the motif corner position. And pass through the loop. Draw the yarn through. Crochet 2 chains. That concludes the connection at the corner position. The following stitches are crocheted as usual. Continue crocheting until just before the last corner position. After completing it, you need to connect at this last corner position. First, crochet 3 double crochets in the left chain space. Then 1 chain. Take out your crochet hook. Insert it into the corner position. And draw the yarn through. Crochet 2 chains. That completes the connection. Crochet another 3 double crochets in the same corner position. The last chain stitch position also needs to be connected. Finally, join with a slip stitch. That concludes the second motif. And it's now connected to the first motif. Next, let's move on to the third motif. Everyone follow the crochet method used for the first motif, all the way down to the second to last round. Here we also use the large size joining method as an example. For other sizes, you can watch the demonstration first, then connect. Now let's crochet the final round. Start by carrying the yarn across. This round needs to connect with the first two motifs. Take the two motifs that were previously connected. Place the second motif on top. The third motif needs to connect to these two edges. Start by connecting from this point up to just before the corner position. After completing that, proceed to connect at the corner position. First, crochet one chain stitch. Then insert the hook into the connection point of these two motifs. Pick up any two strands and insert. And pass through the loop. Then work two chains. That's it for the connection. Next, connect to the edge of the first motif. Keep connecting all the way to the corner position. Follow the chart and crochet the corresponding stitches. After finishing, continue following the chart for the remaining part. These three edges will not be connected. As you approach the ending position, connect with the second motif. This completes the third motif. And it is now connected to the first two motifs. Take out the three motifs that were previously connected. The third motif is on the right side. Take out the fourth motif. Place it on the far right. It needs to be connected at this corner position of the third motif. The rest of the positions will not be connected. For the fifth motif, place it on the left side of the first motif. It needs to be connected at this corner position. The other positions will not be connected. After completing the connection, the arrangement looks like this. That concludes the explanation of the motif connection method. After the motifs are completed, next we will talk about the corner triangles. They are divided into corner triangle 1 through corner triangle 6. All corner triangles involve joining the yarn onto the motifs. Then, you crochet back and forth. Some of the corner triangles need to be connected to another corner triangle. Please watch the demonstration. Let's start with corner triangle 1. Take out the motif that has been joined together. Find the third motif. Join the yarn at the bottom right corner position. Join the yarn at the bottom right corner position. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. This counts as 1 double crochet stitch. Then, crochet 1 chain for transition. Then, follow the chart from here on. Keep crocheting until you reach the space before the connection point of the motif. That completes the first row. Now, move on to the second row. Stretch the loop. Pass the yarn ball through the loop. Tighten it slightly. Turn your work over. Join the yarn in the second chain space from the hook. Make 1 beginning chain. Don't pull the carrying yarn too tight. Work 1 single crochet in the same stitch. Then, follow the chart all the way to complete this row. That completes the second row. Break and weave in the yarn. That finishes corner 1. Now, let's move on to corner 2. Find motif number 4. The joining position is on the left side here. Join the yarn from the left chain space. Make 1 beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. This single crochet needs to connect, so first, take out the hook. Insert the hook into the third motif on the opposite side. Work the stitch of this single crochet, and pull through the loop. Go back to the joining position of the fourth motif, and work 1 single crochet. That completes the connection. Then, follow the chart and work 1 chain as a transition. Work 3 half double crochets in the left chain space. Then, follow the chart to finish this row. Do not join. After completion, that finishes the first row. Now, let's work on the second row. This needs to connect with the second row of corner 1. Turn your work. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. The third chain needs to connect first. Then continue crocheting. Before making the third chain, insert your hook into the last double crochet stitch on the opposite side. After completing, make the third chain. That also finishes the beginning chain. Work 2 double crochets in this hole on the left side. Then join. From here, follow the chart to crochet the corresponding stitches, and make sure to join properly. Continue until you finish the third to last space. After completing the last half double crochet in the third to last space, make 1 chain for transition without joining. Work a single crochet in the left chain space. This single crochet needs to be joined. After completing, cut the yarn. That finishes corner 2. Flip to the right side and take a look. It's also connected to corner 1. Next, I'll explain corners 3 and 4. Corner 3 involves joining the yarn on the right side of the 5th motif. Worked as the same method as corner 1. Corner 4 involves joining the yarn on the left side of the 1st motif. The working method is identical to corner 2. Everyone follow the pattern chart for crocheting and connecting. Corners 5 and 6 can be directly crocheted by referring to the chart. When you encounter connections between motifs like this, simply pick up and crochet at the connection point. When you need to carry the yarn across, use the same carrying yarn technique as with the previous corners. Remaining corner instructions. That concludes the explanation of the corner crocheting method. Next, we'll learn how to crochet the shoulder straps. There are 2 straps in total. You join the yarn on these 2 motifs at the front. Work back and forth. Please watch the demonstration. I will explain first the method for attaching the yarn from the 5th motif to crochet the shoulder strap. Take out the motif and yarn. Locate the corner position next to the starting chain of the 5th motif. Join the yarn at the chain space on the right side. Make 4 chains to start, which count as 1 treble crochet. In the chain space at the corner on the left side, work 3 double crochets. Then make 3 chains and 3 double crochets. We will treat the stitches worked in this corner space as one fan pattern. After completing it, work 1 treble crochet in the space on the left side. This completes the first row of the shoulder strap. Move on to the second row. Chain 4 as a beginning chain, which counts as 1 treble crochet. Turn your work. In the chain space on the left side, work 1 fan pattern. That is, first work 3 double crochets. Then make 3 chains and 3 double crochets. After completing it, pick up the top 2 strands of the 4th chain from the turning chain of the previous row. Or simply work 1 treble crochet in the next available space. This completes the 2nd row. For the following rows, just follow the demonstration of the 2nd row, refer to the chart and keep working all the way down to the 2nd to last row. Pay attention to the stitch techniques in the 2nd to last row, make sure you don't make any mistakes. After completing the 2nd to last row of the strap, let's move on to the final row. This row needs to be connected with the corner triangle and the corner position of the 2nd motif. It's roughly this section here. Regardless of the size, the connection method will be the same. With the right sides facing each other, the wrong sides will be on the outside. Place the joining seam on the wrong side. For this row, connect by working single crochets and chains that go through both pieces at the same time. There's no specific requirement for the placement of stitches for single crochet, just make sure the fabric stays flat. This way, the last row is completed. And the connection is made as well. Weave in the yarn tail on the wrong side. That concludes one side of the strap. Follow this method to complete the other side as well. Using the same crocheting technique. That concludes the instructions for crocheting the shoulder straps. Next, let's learn how to crochet the edging. It's divided into cuff edging and overall body edging. The cuff edging is done on both left and right sides, with identical working methods. Join the yarn at the underarm position. And follow along the sleeve opening. Crochet in rounds around it. The entry position is also marked on the chart. Just follow the diagram to crochet. Pay attention when crocheting the 2nd round of single crochets. Some stitches go into the stitch itself, while others go into the chain spaces. For the overall edging, join the yarn at the side, and follow along the front band area, then continue around the neck opening, and the bottom edge of the motifs in rounds. Follow the chart to complete the entire edging. That concludes the technique for crocheting the border. Next, let's attach the invisible snap. Sew it on these 2 corners of the front band. First, cut an 80 cm piece of sewing thread. Here, I'm using random colors. Take either half first. Sew the 2 holes at the end to the wrong side of the fabric. To make the invisible snap less visible when fastened, you can sew slightly inward. to secure it firmly so it doesn't wobble. You can stitch up and down a few times. After one side is sewn, make sure to sew the other side as well. That's how you finish sewing the invisible snap. Next, let's thread the leather cord. There's no specific method for threading the leather cord. You can do it according to your preference. Up to this point, the entire product has been fully explained. If you still have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website, Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thanks for watching everyone. See you in the next episode.